Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ, and it is monster news. The NBA has suspended the season.
Oh, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. This corona out of control. Man, drop the intro. YouTube, what is going on, man? This is out of control, dog. Corona. Man, it's too much, dog. All this going on, all this sports news. I ain't about to have no news to give to you, man. It's crazy right now, dog. This corona is just taking over all sports, all major events, all everything. Make sure y'all wash y'all hands, man. If you won't wash your hands before, that's an issue, but just make sure you do it now. Let's get into the news. On Wednesday, March 11th, it was a big day in sports, man. The NBA and the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, announced that he was going to cancel the rest of the NBA season, suspend all games further. First, they talked about that it was just going to be no fans at the game. That was the first thing. But now with this corona just going crazy, they suspended all games for the rest of the season, man. That is wow. And this was after Utah Jazz's star big man came out, Rudy Gobert, announced that he had corona. He tested positive for corona. This is a few days after he was joking about the virus. He got a video scene where he's touching all the mics and everything like that, and now he tests positive for it. That's what you get, man. Corona said, don't you play with me. Now, you want to play games? I got your games. Boom, positive. After that, his two teammates came out and said they tested positive for the virus. Star guard Donovan Mitchell and also guard Emmanuel Mudiay both also tested positive for the virus as well. So, man, it's just been crazy in sports. This whole week, they shutting down everything, dog. Adam Silver also released a statement on Thursday following a letter to the fans stating that the plan was to resume action in the next 30 days. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if it takes effect. Let's see how long this actual virus continues, but we'll take a look at that. Also, other sports followed once the NBA broke the news. That was the first major sport that broke the news that said they was going to postpone the rest of the season. And after that, it was just a snowball effect. News just started ringing in from all different sports as far as canceling. Started with Spain, suspended La Liga, one of the highest leagues in Spain in soccer, for 2 weeks. Then the English Premier League suspended until April 4th. Then MLB delayed the start of their season for at least 2 weeks. Then the NHL stepped in and said they're postponing their season as well. Even PGA, the Masters, is postponed in April. Also, XFL was trying to hold on. They was going to say we're going to continue to play football, but that was a dub. They came out and said the rest of their season is suspended, so that hurts. Those guys getting that opportunity right before the NFL season starts, so that's ugly, man. Also, the NCAA, they canceled the biggest tournament of the year. March Madness will not be this season, man. It's crazy how the season just ended like so abruptly like that, but they canceled it. They was going to go and have the season and just play with no fans, which I think would have been pretty hilarious, but those kids won't even have an opportunity to finish their season. I know that hurts those guys, man, that trained all this season, played college basketball just for this tournament. Just to go from that to not having it at all, I know that's hurt, man. And the NCAA also suspended other sports as well. Everything from gymnastics to track, everything is on shutdown. They don't want to go to any event where there's a crowd. Even recruiting has suspended for all sports. There'll be no college recruiting as well during this time. Hell, even Disneyland is shut down. So I know it's serious, boy. You ain't about to go see Mickey. You ain't about to go do nothing, boy. It's crazy right now. The only sport that hasn't said anything is, guess, bowling. So from now on, boy, I'm about to be bringing you the latest bowling highlights each and every week until we resume action from every other sport. So my question is to you, how long do you think this will last? Me, if you ask me, I say maybe 30 days. I don't think that these leagues are going to continue to hold off. Maybe if they play with no fans, but I don't see all these leagues continue to lose money over this virus. That's just my opinion. Drop a comment below. Let me know how long you think this might last. Think 6 months? Think 30 days? Think 2 months? Let me know. Just leave a comment below. In other news, let's get into the NFL. The NFL canceled their annual meeting that they was going to have at the end of this month. And that's going to be big for the owners because it's this year to renew the collective bargaining agreement. And you know, if you heard it, a lot of players have been upset with how things were being negotiated, how they was talking about moving forward with the CBA. So that's interesting that that's the first thing they canceled was the annual meeting. But everything else so far is still regularly scheduled. So they're going to continue free agency. Starts on the 18th. Also, the NFL draft is still scheduled as usual from April 23rd through the 25th. NFL also banned college football visits from players that's eligible for the NFL draft. This is going to be major, man, especially for the smaller guys that's not going to have the opportunity to have their pro day. And that's going to help them get that individual work that they looking forward to just to help boost their stock or help get a look from an NFL team. So I want to see how that's going to work out with not being able to actually work the players out that's eligible for the draft. So I'm interested to see how they go from there. In other news, as far as team moves, a lot of teams have made moves this week already starting off before free agency gets kicked off. A few players have already been placed on franchise tags. The franchise tag is a way that NFL teams can negotiate an extra year from a guy. They can have the rights of a player for 1 extra year to have contract negotiations so they can keep that player for long term, so they'll place them on a franchise tag. So a couple players that's been put on the franchise tag are as follows. Ravens placed outside linebacker Matthew Judon on the franchise tag. He's one of the standout pass rushers they had from their great season last year. So it's interesting to see what kind of contract he can negotiate within this year. Broncos placed safety Justin Simmons on the franchise tag. Simmons was one of their standout starters last year. He played every snap on defense from the past 2 seasons. He's been a solid standout guy from the defense. And we'll see how his contract goes as follows. Chargers placed tight end Hunter Henry on the franchise tag, which will allow him to make $11 million this season. So it's interesting to see how his contract negotiates as well. We'll see how things play out, see what level they're going to rank him as far as tight ends. I know he had a good season last year. He was hurt the season before, so let's see how that plays out. In other news, a few players got released this week, starting with Bengals releasing offensive tackle Corey Glenn. And it will save $9.5 million in the cap for the Bengals. So that was just a marketing move for them. They feel like he wasn't good enough for the production. So we'll see how things play out with them freeing up that more cap space. They might use it to sign Joe Burrow with that money. Vikings released cornerback Xavier Rhodes. Now, I didn't see this one coming. That was their former first-round pick from Florida State University. He had some good years. He was playing at a Pro Bowl level. He didn't have a good year at all last year. And it's interesting to see that they chose to decide to cut him instead of trying to re-sign him. But he came off a bad year, and he picked the wrong time to have a bad year, especially on your contract year. Man, you got to perform because the NFL don't care. They cut through. So it's interesting to see what team picks him up. I know he still has some value there at cornerback, so I don't believe he's going to be on the market for long when free agency starts. In other news, Dallas Cowboys offer quarterback Dak Prescott a whopping $33 million per season and a guarantee of $105 million. If he signs this deal, this would make him the highest paid player in NFL history. But it's interesting because he has not signed the contract yet. So I don't know what he's waiting on. I seen something that he want to wait for the collective bargaining agreement to be established first before he signed. That way he will make even more money. But that kind of money for Dak Prescott, if I'm him, man, I'm signing, dog. But that's just me. Do you think he's worth it? Let me know in the comments below. Last but not least, and some good news, Rob Gronkowski, Big Gronk, former New England Patriots tight end, is finalizing a deal to sign with the WWE. Man, you talk about entertainment. Gronk gonna bring that entertainment to the WWE. That man only 30 years old. He still got a lot of life left. He still got a lot of athleticism left. So he'll go to the WWE and turn it up, dog. I already know that man will do great things in that league and bring wrestling to another level as far as entertainment. I know a lot of guys, NFL guys, will watch just to see how Gronk do. So I'm interested to see how that plays out as well. That's all the latest news for this week. I appreciate you checking up with me, checking out my video. If you like what you heard, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the latest news. Let me know how you think this virus is going to affect sports moving forward and how long you think it might last. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a thumbs up. Also subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. If this is something you're interested in, I'm still going to bring you that sports news. With the virus or not the virus, I got you, dog. With that being said, thank you for watching Dub Knows Sports. It's your boy Dub, and I'm out.